Hi everyone, I'm Phil Ledzinski here with Arthur Potter to discuss Michigan's upcoming holiday basketball schedule, which includes some cupcake games and also some really tough ones. What do you think about the schedule that the men are facing here in the next 2 weeks?
That's very true. There are some cupcake games, but you've got some major battles coming up, especially if sort of you look towards the back end of break or the front end of the new year. You got the battle for the state against Michigan State. And it's going to be in East Lansing. Michigan State just suffered a tough loss against Duke at home.
Their third loss of the year.
Third loss of the year, so they're not sort of the team that everyone predicted them to be.
Right.
But they've got a lot of good players. They kind of worked Michigan last year too, so it'll be interesting to see how all that plays out. But yeah, they also have their first sort of taste coming up of the Big Ten coming up against Iowa.
And then Illinois on the road.
And then Illinois as well.
Really tough team to play on the road. I think they're 6-2, but they haven't really played anyone, so kind of hard to say where they're standing in terms of the Big Ten. But Iowa is coming off a big road win at Syracuse. They've got some guys that can really shoot the ball, so always a tough team to beat. And then we also have Oregon at home, who played in the battle for Atlantis and just lost to both of the teams that we beat, Gonzaga and North Carolina. So definitely tough opponent, ranked in the top 15.
Definitely, without a doubt. They got a lot of good players. They were another team that was projected pretty highly early on in the year, and they're going to be a really tough test for the Wolverines. So a lot of sort of difficult battles coming up. They got an easy one against Presbyterian, at least we hope.
Yeah, should be a good game to get but not the bench players, but the role players in the game a little bit more, get them some experience.
Maybe start getting Franz a little more involved.
Yeah, I'd love to see him get like a 20-point game just to kind of get his confidence going.
Get his feet under him. Yeah, I mean, so, over these next couple of games, how many do you think the Wolverines win and how many do you think they'd?
I'm seeing like a 1-2 loss schedule. Definitely not more than that, but I could see them losing at home against Oregon or away against Michigan State, and then maybe you sprinkle in like an Iowa or Illinois like upset because Big Ten play is just kind of a new beast that a lot of these guys haven't faced yet.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta agree, especially coming off of this major schedule. It's going to be very difficult.
Right. It'll be a good test for Juwan, but we also have the women's team has a few difficult games coming up over break, including tonight against Syracuse, but also playing ranked Florida State away, Maryland away, who is top 5 in the country or top 10 at least, and then also they are playing Michigan State at home, who is also ranked. So 3 ranked opponents in a short period of time.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough stretch for Michigan, for the women's basketball team. Michigan State, again, that's going to be sort of a big doubleheader for both the men's and the women's. It's taking place on the same day. And then, the Maryland has looked really, really strong this year with everything that they've done.
On both sides.
On both sides, men and women.
I feel like we're seeing a lot of that in the Big Ten. Like Maryland's men are, Michigan are both ranked, Michigan State both ranked, Maryland, so it's great to see, but it's going to pose some difficulties for both programs in the coming weeks. So
the 3 M's.
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
Exactly. Running the conference.
So I guess one more piece of news before we head out. Michigan just announced that they will be playing next holiday season in London against Kentucky, and then the following 2 years a home and away schedule as well. So that's super exciting. I know one guy from our show is already making plans to go to London with his family to watch the game. So definitely exciting news and a big step for the program.
Oh, without a doubt. And I think that this is going to bring some sort of, it's another marquee matchup like we saw against Louisville and like we saw in the battle for Atlantis too. And hopefully what this can do is recruits will see Michigan on the national stage once again, hopefully kicking some butt. And that'll bring with it more prestige to this program. And Juwan Howard is on quite a roll so far in recruiting and in the season.
Absolutely. So tons of things to look forward to in the coming weeks. Hopefully both programs can get some huge wins to kind of propel them forward into Big Ten season and then solidify their position in the NCAA tournament at the end of the year. So that's all we have for you guys today. Thanks very much for tuning in, and be sure to catch us next time on Alley Oop.